cast of Seymour, and it was really good because this time we actually had some semblance of a book, and I was a guy playing against a girl, and there were other gender-specific casting rules this time that just weren't there before. And I remember in our rehearsal, we had just sang the touching ballad Suddenly Seymour. That Seymour and Audrey sang in the middle of Act 2. And the girl playing Audrey, very nice, very talented, she says to me, Matthew, that was so great, but do you think maybe next time we run it, you could sing it down the octave? Because it's weird when we're both singing it in the same key. A little hint, my voice hadn't changed yet. And I said, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. I can't work miracles that I'm gonna change like in the next couple days. Luckily, a miracle happened, and I hit puberty last week. To everyone that I can now sing songs down the octave and have it sound good. But I can't do it alone. So I've invited the wonderfully talented Jenna Kate Carn out here to sing Suddenly Seymour with me. Here, take my Kleenex. Anyway, what song is next? Okay, thanks. Okay, so before I get into my next story, I want to pause for a second and talk about Alpha Psi Omega, which is a National Theater Honor Society that has a chapter right here. I've been a part of for 3 years now, give or take, and they're sponsoring this event, which basically means their name is in the program. But it also means that we do a lot of community service and outreach, and I've chosen to have tonight's donations, which will be collected during intermission, to go to Autism Theater Initiative. And what that is a company that's is part of TDF, which is Theater Development Fund, and they arrange with Broadway shows to put on autism-friendly productions. And recently, they did The Lion King, which was their first show that they did as a company. And basically what they do is they tone down the sound and the lights, and they have an area in the lobby where people, if they get upset, can go sit. And in the future, they're doing that again with Mary Poppins and again with The Lion King. And I spoke to one of the people who works there, and he's happy to accept our donation. So please, during intermission in the lobby, someone from Alpha Psi Omega will be walking around with one of my special fundraising boxes. And I'd really appreciate it if you donated whatever you have tonight to that. So that's that portion out of the way. So, obviously, I kept up with theater, and I did it in middle school and high school, and I'm doing it in college, only for 3 months more though. Yeah, it's a little sad. So, a lot of people, when I tell them that I'm a performance major and I want to be an actor, there's a variety of reactions that I get, and I won't go into that. But, everyone thinks that because you're an actor, that you're just an attention and spotlight whore. But I can agree and disagree on both parts. I mean, as an actor, I love, the attention, and I love the praise after the shows, and I love, sending a message and passion and music or whatever I'm doing out to the audience as an artist. That's why I took 6 months and did a show of my own so that I could get a lot of attention. But in all seriousness, sometimes the spotlight tends to move, and you have to run really fast to keep up with it. Which leads me into a story in 3 parts. It's freshman year at New Paltz, and I'm auditioning for my first show, which is Company, the musical by Stephen Sondheim. I was fairly green because auditions in high school were a lot different than auditions in college. I had to now prepare things and rehearse them by myself instead of being taught them the day of auditions, but I pursued and persisted and whatever, and I sang Anyone Can Whistle, right here on this stage, in fact. And I did my best, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I was a freshman, people didn't know me, and Company is about married people, and back then I looked like I was 12, so I didn't think anyone would believe that I could be married. Anyway, the callback lists were posted later that night, and unfortunately I wasn't on them, and that basically means you're not being considered for the show, and to try harder and audition next time.